We have a great show for you today. Folks, I'm in this gigantic estate sale. I'm going to check all the cool stuff out. Then I'm going to show you some stuff at the warehouse that I've put together to sell. A lot in this one. Check it out. A 1 and a 2 and Rusty the reseller. He'll sell you the shirt off his back. Well, I have done it. Well, now, folks, I'm in the vehicle. I'm heading over to do a preview of an estate sale. It's a pretty large place. They've always got a variety of different types of things. And so I want to see what might be in there. I'm going to try to film a little bit, maybe take some photos. I'm going to bring you in with me, so to speak. We're going to take a look at this stuff together. And we're going to figure out if any of this stuff is worth getting. I'm going to be able to go tomorrow morning if there's stuff I want. Today is just a preview. Let's take a look. It's Monday morning, folks, and I am heavy into it this morning. I already did my fulfillment. Actually, the first thing I do in the mornings is I send offers. I had 12 items that people were watching. I sent offers to those people. Then I came down into this one suite here at the warehouse. I sat down on a computer, and I did my fulfillment. I had 9 orders that I had to, it was time to ship those out. So I printed those labels, packaged them up, got those done. And then I just got done. It took me 30 minutes, but I delisted around 2,500 items out of my eBay store. Then I relisted them. I made some tweaks to some of the pricing. I switched some stuff up to auction that was at Buy It Now and vice versa. Just to kind of shake things up, try to stimulate a little bit of sales here. And this is one of the tricks I do. About every 30 days, I take everything out of my store and then I relist it. And sometimes I adjust pricing or I'll put discounts in there, things. Sometimes I don't. But that's really just to refresh it, to put it out there. When people are watching certain categories of things, it'll pop up in their feeds again. And I just got done with that. Now I'm going to go through and sort a bunch of vintage Star Wars items that I got from a local reseller. It was kind of moving some inventory. I'm going to go put that together. I'll show you that now. As you can see here, folks, I got a couple of bins here of some stuff. I got an old C-3PO case. This is a B-wing, or Y-wing rather, fighter here. You got the Ewok village below that. It's complete. Over here we got some carrying cases. Really nice stuff. We got an ATST. We got some fighter things down here. We got an old Jabba. We got some other stuff here, and then, you know, got some 12-inch figures, Darth Vader, Chewbacca. We got a cloud car, and then a handful of these that are actually in their original boxes as well. Turret Probot, Imperial Attack Base, the Ewok Combat Glider, and the Imperial Troop Transporter. So I'm going to get this stuff all sorted, put away in a certain location. And that way we can, when it's ready to go, we can jump and attack all this stuff to get it listed. All right, I think I have managed to get everything in here. Here's some of the newer stuff we got down here in the level G8 Purple 12. And that's, of course, on the southwest corner down here. Was one of the ones not taken this morning. So anyhow, got some of these, and down here, of course, we got a bunch of old, you know, not old, but newer carded figures, vintage collection, retro collection. We got various different figures inside of this box. We got some of these old cases here. Here's all the old figures, the vintage ones, originals with their weapons and things in there. Then down here we got some of the boxes with the complete things inside there. Here's an old Jabba. We got some of the old movies. We got an ATST. Here's a bunch of loose vintage weapons. A handful of overstock vintage figures there. We got a Y-wing. Got various things. And I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out. It's tucked away. Ewok Village up there. Now I'll get to some other stuff. Folks, if you weren't aware, vintage outdoor gear can sell very well. I'm just going to show you a handful of things here that I'm selling for someone else, actually, locally. We got right here is an old Garmin that is kind of like a wristwatch situation. It's got the original, everything's in there, charging cords and accessories and stuff. It fell out, so I'll show you right here. You know, this might bring $40 to $50, probably in the $100 to $200 range originally, but it all works well. We got an old backpack down in here. This is a Dana design, which is nice. Got some old outdoor shoes. Got an old kind of like vintage collectible hand pump for a bicycle. Here we got a very nice condition Coleman lantern. Now, folks, you need to do your research on these Coleman lanterns. Some of them don't sell for all that much, but there are some, folks, in good condition, really old ones, certain models and colors that can sell very, very well. This one right here is a 200A model. And if you look at the bottom down here, see that number right there, 10? And then it says model 200A. Right next to it, it has a number 69. So this is a 1969 Coleman model 200A. It's in very good condition. The paint is really nice. You'll notice that there is no glass bulb on it. However, in this box right here, we do have the bulb. I do not believe this is the original bulb. This is a replacement bulb, but it is in good condition. These original bulbs, and even some of these newer ones that fit them, can sell for $40-50, by themselves. So definitely do your research. I guarantee if you look yourself on Facebook Marketplace or something, you'll find several of these for sale around you. So keep a lookout. Now this is some old school fishing gear here. I don't know if these are going to be great for use or if these will just be something aesthetic somebody put on a bookshelf. But I love this because if you look at this, it's got this really cool design on the edge of it. It looks like a lighthouse and a sailboat out there on the water. This is a Penn Long Beach number 67. I'm glad that they have both the model and a number on there, so it's easy to look up. This is probably going to be considered more of a deep sea or like a big fish type reel. It's heavy, it's large. it's definitely a little bit of rough condition. That's probably a Bakelite handle on there. It's got a leather piece here, definitely spooled, so it's been used before. But I'm going to see what we can get for that for my friend. And then over here, we got some other cool stuff. This is a really nice camping stove. Again, very old. It's got the model right here. It says Coleman. And it's a 413E. It can take, I think, a white gas and also, propane in there. This is a really cool handheld thing here. It says it's advertising for a company out of Prescott, Arkansas. But this is, old Smoky, prevents forest fires, old advertisement, old school, Smokey the Bear. And you can see there's the name of the artist there. And then up here it says 8719. This is some lithograph colored piece here. These, you don't find these a whole lot. If it were in better condition, it would sell for more. It's bent pretty badly, but it's not torn. So I think that'll bring some good money. And then over here, we have suggestions for Appalachian Trail users. This is a very old, August 1949. It only costs 35 cents. But this is a trail guide for Appalachian trails out here in West North Carolina, where I reside, where I do my work down here at the warehouse. So we're going to look up this stuff. And folks, you'll find this kind of stuff, some other nice hiking shoes, some Solomons. But if you be on the lookout when you're out at Goodwills or thrift stores for old camping gear, things like camping stoves, lanterns, tents, sleeping bags, blankets, and then, any kind of sporting gear. That's like camping, but you've seen shoes in here, fishing equipment. If you haven't seen our video on Abu Garcia ambassador reels that we got into a couple months back, definitely take a look at that. I'll put that up here in the corner so you can find it. We spent about $2,200 on those, on a lot of 33 of them, and we have made somewhere in the range of $14,000 to $15,000 off of those. So if you don't know what those look like, folks, definitely do your research. Now I'm in another section here. I've got a bunch of this vintage Fisher Price stuff here. This is it's a castle. I think it's number 990 something, 998 or something like that. We've also got the Sesame Street Clubhouse. Each of these, and they're in great condition. I need to pull them out. I need to get the individual items that come with them, but I'm thinking that each of these will sell for around 150. This one's probably going to be it's a wide range between $100 and $200 with this, all of its components. This one I've seen sell as high as $300 actually, but it contained the box as well. I don't have the box, but this is in pristine condition. All the stickers are intact, all the items. So probably between the two of these, and then there's a handful of things in the bottom here. We're probably looking at $500 worth of vintage Fisher Price toys. Always look on the bottom. The cool thing about Fisher Price is they either say Fisher Price or they say FP, stands for Fisher Price, and then they usually have a number, and that is the number of whichever model of toy that it is that you got. I love finding these old action figures that are still sealed. In this case, it's Star Trek. We've got Lieutenant Commander Data here. He's got a card with him. He's got some accessories, right? And then over here, we've got Locutus, something like that. You can see he's got his little outfit on there, his apparati with his gloves and stuff. Really cool. Playmates. The other fun thing is it says Roses, $4.99 whenever this was sold, and I don't know. Let's look and see if we can see the date. 1993. So that was kind of expensive, $5 for this in 1993. Something like this would be in the $12 to $14 range today if you were to buy something similar to it. Usually that's about what they run, sometimes a little higher. But it's nice, got a variety of other vintage items in here, old vintage meat grinder. Then you got these California raisins from the 80s and all kinds of other fun stuff down here. Look at this. This is a metal. It's made of aluminum. It is solid aluminum. It probably weighs close to 2 pounds. And it is a replica of a German Ruger pistol from like the World War II era, 40s and 50s. Really kind of neat. I have no idea. There's no markings on it as far as who manufactured it. I'm going to have to definitely take a look at that. I am still prepping for this we trade thing that we have coming up here. I'm gonna do a little bit of volunteer work. It gives me a shot of going in before it's open to the public to try to buy for sourcing, and then of course I'm gonna try to sell all this stuff as well. Really nice looking stuff. A few different things are still sealed, but these are just things I picked up from here and there. And just a variety of some are educational toys, others are more like kind of modeled after play, like a hard hat and stuff like this. Makes it look like actual tools, but they're for kids. You got a little headlamp there. Really fun stuff. I'm going to go through, sort this, bag up similar items, and then the good stuff I'll sell individually. Folks, thanks for tuning in today. Here's a little snapshot of something that I did pick up at the estate sale. It's the next morning, and I want to show it to you. I've already put it up on the wall behind myself here at the warehouse. Do you see it? Do you see the picture here? I'll give you a close-up. It's an original oil painting of a woman and a little child. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? $45. It's actually a remake of a famous picture by an Italian man, I believe. But this is signed, and it is a remake, but it's done by his great-grandson. So the same man that made that famous, this guy has redone it. The original one is in blue, because that's supposed to be a depiction of the Madonna, who's traditionally in a blue outfit. And in this case, as you can see, it's kind of this beige, more earth tone, still attractive. It's looking nice. Trying to build up the wall here in this office area, kind of like the Louvre of yesteryear. We'll see how long it takes to get there. But thanks again, folks. Good luck hunting out there, and we'll see you soon. Beat-o, boop, boop, let's go make some money. Rusty, Rusty, Rusty